things every time I log in. No AI. Um, hey everybody. So welcome. Uh, if you have a yoga strap available, if that's something that you've got on hand and you have one of these, grab it. Take a moment and get that. I do have a blanket and 2 blocks. You might want a blanket just for the end if you want to cover yourself up for shavasana. And I just always have 2 blocks just in case I need them. You don't need 2 blocks, but if you've got 2 blocks, you can grab them. We may do some stuff at the end that just elevates the chest. So actually do grab a blanket or a towel. That way you can just have that for under your chest. If you do have yoga blocks, grab them, have them. And then we'll meet right back on the mat. And there's no hurry, no rush ever. So, strap, if you've got one, if you have one of these, you could also use a towel. You could use anything that's just going to allow you to lie on your back, stretch your leg up, and bring the strap around the ball of your foot with the leg long. You could even watch in a few moments. We'll do it in a few moments, and you could figure out what you might need and grab it then. Blanket or a towel, something that you could even just what we may do at the end is just roll it up into a little roll like that for under the chest. And then 2 blocks if you have them. If you don't have 2 blocks, don't worry. And then when you're ready, your choice to start. No rush. You could either lie on your back, which is where we will start officially, or if you're feeling just like you don't want to lie on your back yet, you can sit up and float your eyes closed. So, Ayurveda teaches us that Vata dosha is made of the elements of air and space. And the space element is something that confuses people pretty often. I know I was confused with it when I first started learning about it. Space, also you may hear it called ether, is it's something that contains. So air can't exist without space. Air needs space to actually exist in, and there's different parts of our body that are spacious, right? We fill those parts of our body with air. Some parts we fill with food, some parts we fill with with other things, liquids, fluids. And space is something that's actually not that it's not meant to be empty, but when space is empty, if we're not conscious of what we're filling the space with, it just gets filled with the quickest available thing. So in other words, an example of that is like if you've ever gone through a breakup or lost a job or experienced some kind of loss, uh, there's space there. There's something that feels like it's missing. There's no longer something that's being contained in your life by what was there before. And if I don't use these practices of yoga and Ayurveda and all of these teachings and experiences and things that I've got as tools to cope with those sorts of things, I might fill that space with I don't know, food or like bad food that's not really good for me. Some people will fill it with things like alcohol or drugs or stuff like that. And uh or even just bad decisions, maybe bad company where people are gossiping and it's just filling that space with negative energy. So we become conscious. Hopefully we want to be conscious during Vata season specifically, also Vata times of day and even Vata time of life, to note what's feeling spacious, what feels like it might be a little empty, and then figure out what we're filling it with. So if you're practicing this class during Vata time of day, it might even be a time of day, whether it's in the morning or the evening. So that's from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Right? Yeah, I always have to count the 4 hours. You may feel like in the morning, if you wake up that early in the morning, it might feel like, oh, I just don't know what to do at my time, and you just crash on the couch and watch something mindless for a few hours. And sometimes that looks like a slow morning, but it's really just mindless. Same thing at night. Sometimes people around like that 4, 5, 6 p.m. mark feel like I don't know what to fill the space with. So I'm just going to have a drink, or I'm going to eat a sleeve of cookies, or I'm going to I'm going to go to happy hour, right? That's something that is sometimes filled with the space too. So, with that said, take a moment and close your eyes. If you're sitting up, you could stay seated. If you're already on your back, stay on your back. And just take a few moments to really breathe in and out through just your nose. And notice the parts of your body that you might even actually be able to feel filling up with air, the spacious parts of the body. And let's take 3 deep, conscious breaths in together. So, breathing in through the nose, fill up the low belly, mid belly, lungs and shoulders. Breathe out, shoulders, mid belly, low belly. Draw your navel back towards your spine. And then breathe in, low belly. Inhale, mid belly. Inhale, chest, shoulders. Sip in more breath up at the top. Pause at the top. Exhale all that breath away. Last time, take a big breath in. Just breathe as deep as you could possibly breathe in. Fill up with more breath, more breath, more breath. Exhale that breath away. And then if you're on your back, you could stay. And if you want to keep the eyes closed, you may. Otherwise, if you were upright, just start to come to lie down on your back. So once you're on the back, if you have a hair tie or anything, move that away so you could have the full back of your head on the mat. And take your strap down there with you. Once you arrive here, step your feet to the ground and just consciously become aware of the sacrum. So the sacrum in the low back it's probably naturally already touching the mat. We're not trying to jam the sacrum down, but just become aware that it's on the ground there. And then there's a natural curve of the back that's right above it. We're not trying to shove that into the mat either. Just let that curve be there. There's a bunch of curves in the spine. We want them there. And then same thing, the back of the neck. You might even be able to slide your hand right behind the neck too. And just right here, before we do anything with the strap, bring the knees together, separate your feet. You may even flip your palms up or reach them up and back, the arms back behind you. And imagine what it would be like if you could actually send the breath in and the breath out, down and up the full and the entire system of the spine. So from the tailbone all the way through the crown of the head, breathe in and breathe out. Inhaling, exhaling. And then last breath in, last breath out. The last breath in and out together. It's not your last breath out ever. Bring your knees and your feet a little closer together. Keep your left foot flat on your mat. Take your strap and start to bring the strap around the ball of your right foot. Stretch that right leg straight up towards the ceiling. You could put a soft flex into the foot. It doesn't have to be like by soft flex. I mean, you're just conscious of what the foot's doing. It's a little awake. It's not floppy foot. And if you really just don't want to be fully flexing the foot so much that the whole front of the thigh is shaking. Another way to think about that is to just brighten up the toes and almost take the pinky toe towards your right ear. And then just a few breaths right there. Notice the sensation of the back of the leg. The purpose of this is to lengthen the leg, straighten the leg, and that might mean the leg moves away from you. That's okay. Keep the leg straight. And I'm saying that just because sometimes, depending on your background and what it is you like to do or what you want to do, some people really want to shove the foot towards the face and like get a stretch. Don't worry about that. That's not the goal here. You might keep your left leg long, or you could straighten the left leg out in front of you and flex the left foot. And if that doesn't feel great with that leg extended, just re-step your foot back to the ground. This shape is actually really it's really beneficial for the spine, believe it or not. It's neutralizing the spine, the low back. The low back is an interesting area when it comes to Vata. Uh, I I don't know if I know anybody that's never had a low back problem. Depending on if you've never had a low back problem, amazing. But even just having like a sore low back or like a little tweak in the low back's a really interesting area in the body. And just being in this shape like this can be really aligning for that low back. There's a lot of stuff going on back there that could get pinched and moved around, and it's a mystery to a lot of doctors. I'm not a specialist in the low back, but the shape helps. And I even said to you, I just mentioned the low back space, right? It's an area that either there's not enough mobility or there's a ton of mobility. Just a few more breaths right here. And you could always, if the leg's just feeling like, if it starts to get shaky or anything like that, just move it a little bit further away. If you have your left leg bent straight, bend the left knee, step the left foot down, bend the right knee, and switch sides. So the strap comes around the ball of your left foot, step the right foot down, and have a few moments, just because this is how we started off on the other side, have a few moments with the right foot stamped on the mat, just so that way you could get that left ankle either right above the left hip or maybe a little bit in front of it, whatever feels better. And you can come back to that awareness of the breath moving just up and down that system of the spine. And we're paying attention to the back. We're paying attention to, I'm talking about it a lot because with Vata, you might notice during Vata season or even Vata time of life, it doesn't really fluctuate so much about during Vata time of day. Maybe if you wake up during Vata time of day, uh, the back, especially the low back, can give us some problems. And again, this isn't everybody. This isn't like a full on 100% fact, but I've seen it a lot. I've seen a little bit of a trend where people have back stuff going on around Vata season, have back stuff going on around Vata time of life, and Vata is really responsible for the nervous system and what's on the spine. It's like the control center of the nervous system. So it's all connected. It's really all connected. If you did straighten the leg, or if you want to straighten the right leg, you can start to lengthen the right leg out in front of you. And you're probably not looking at the screen. You don't have to look at the screen, but if you happen to have just caught me a few times here, I keep adjusting the strap just so it's on the ball of my foot, not on the arch. It keeps sliding down and I'm just readjusting it. That way I'm not pulling the arch down. And a couple of breaths right here. Try to become aware of your neck while you're down here. If the neck is cinching up in any way, you might just elongate the back and the sides of the neck by subtly tucking the chin in. and then just lift the head a little bit and lower it. Notice if your shoulder tips are riding up. Think about taking your shoulder blades together and just move the tips of your shoulders away from your chest. All right, and then re-bend your knees. Take the strap again around the ball of the right foot, lower the left foot down. And up to you, you might lengthen that left leg right away or just keep it bent. Flex your right foot. Take both parts of the strap into your left hand. Take your right thumb and just bring it right up into the hip crease of that right thigh. This is not a big movement at all. It's really it's small, but you may feel it intensely. Maybe not. I do. Flex the right foot. Try to take the right foot towards your left ear. So it's just kind of coming over the plane of that left side of your body. I didn't, if you need to see that too, you could look at me, but I didn't really even move the foot much. I just went from right now, it's right above my right hip. And then I'm just moving it like it's really, I'm trying to almost send it towards my left eye. I didn't even move it a foot. It just went a little bit. And then we're trying to get into that outer right thigh, that outer right hip. The IT band runs on that outer part of the right leg. And for this one too, you might even bring, if you haven't already been doing this, you could have that left elbow on the ground. Come back up through center, switching sides. Bend the knees, take your left ankle, your left ball of the left foot up into the strap. Extend the leg. Mindfully lengthen your right leg. Bring the straps into your right hand. Flex through the left foot. You may take the left thumb or even the hand into that hip crease. And just like on the other side, it's not a big movement. Drive the right foot towards your left foot rather towards the right ear. And I'm actively encouraging the left hip towards the front of my mat, but I'm not like shoving or forcing or anything. It's subtle. It's these little movements just get things going. And then come back through center. Bend both knees. Have the strap with you. You could either rock yourself up to a seat or you could roll to one side to press up to a seat, whatever feels best. And find a seat. You might maybe sit with your legs crossed or you could sit up on the shins, whatever feels best for you. Take your strap though, and you could do this with anything. It doesn't have to be a strap. Hold the strap up nice and high. And it's not gripping. I'm not like squeezing the strap. You could even just take it between that pointer finger and the thumb. And those are the only two fingers that are holding it. Extend through the spine, reach the crown of your head up, and then slowly bring the strap down and back. Reach the strap back up and lower. And then move at your own pace with this. Try to keep the strap nice and long. And you could use anything. You don't, if you have a yoga strap, great. I've used the dog leash before, just walking around my yard with doing this. This is another one too. So with Vata, uh, especially if there is space that is recently empty, or if there is just anxiety, if there's any kind of, even sometimes with insomnia too, during the day, if that's happening with me, if that's happening with a person in general, they might start to protect that front body. The shoulders will get really heavy and almost fill the space of the chest just by hunching forward. And this can be helpful for that. On that note of space too, if you've ever been bored, uh, have you ever filled up space with scrolling on your phone? Right, the body then will hunch over and kind of do that same thing. The neck comes forward, the shoulders roll forward, and then move your strap away. And we'll meet up on our hands and our knees. Take your time. Spread through your fingers, spread through your toes, and then as you breathe in, roll the shoulders back, tip the gaze up, look up, cow. Round your spine, scoop the navel in and up, see the knees for cat. And move like this at your own pace. So it's always that breath in to drop the chest, tip the gaze up. Breathe out, round your spine, scoop in. If you want to circle the head and the hips, you totally can. And then the next time you breathe out, bring the big toes together, widen your knees out, take a seat back into a child's pose. Extend your arms forward, relax your head. You can totally stay centered or start to crawl your hands over to the right. Reach the left hip away from your left hand away from the left hip. The right hand might even come towards your right hip just to kind of tent over there, and steer your bottom left ribs towards the right knee. Reach your left hip away though. Reach it towards the mat. Come back through center. We're just switching sides. You need a few moments, just that center to get centered. Take a breath there and then walk over to your left. That right hand might tent outside of the left hip. Really reach the right hand away from the right hip and the right hip away from the right hand. Come back through center. Reach both arms forward, slide on forward into a plank pose, and then lift your hips up to a downward facing dog. And you could, of course, bend your knees, sway the hips, whatever feels good. In your down dog, though, separate your feet maybe mats width apart so they're nice and wide. I actually came off the mat. You could even go off the mat here and then walk your hands back towards your feet. You may bend the knees if you'd like to. If they're straight, keep the legs straight. And just relax your head. Maybe shake your head yes and no. From here, start to bend your knees, coming into a squat. If you find that squats are sometimes a little bit difficult for you, where you've got to lift the heels, you don't have to come down that far. You could just be kind of do what I'm doing right now. Otherwise, if the squat is sometimes a little bit iffy for you, turning the toes out a bit more can give you more space to get down. If a squat is something that you just flop right down into, turning the toes a little bit forward can just make it a little more challenging. And you might sway a little side to side. And then take your right arm, bring it in front of the right shin, reach the left arm up. This is actually super duper optional. You can stay centered. Come back through center, sit nice and tall, and switch sides. Come back through center, prayer the palms, sit tall for one full breath in. Exhale, lower the hands, extend your legs, forward fold. Widen your feet about mat's width, maybe wider. Walk your hands forward. Come to a plank pose, just to step the feet back to your mat. Tip on back, downward facing dog. From downward dog, lift your right leg high. Step that right foot forward all the way up between your thumbs. Lift your right arm up, peel open to the right. You can engage the left thigh, that way the hips stay square. Lower your hand, extend your legs and turn your toes over to your left, fold between the feet. Relax your head and actually take your hands off of the mat. Your hands will come onto your floor. Try to pull the floor back towards the mat like you're doing a down dog with incredibly wide legs. And then see that right foot, your right foot, low lunge. Turn all your toes forward. From here, step forward, fold into yourself right at the top of your space. Halfway lift, look away. Fold deeper down in. Tuck your chin into your chest, roll yourself on up to stand. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. On a breath in, step your right foot back, low lunge. Breathe out, downward facing dog, hips are high. Come forward, plank pose. Totally up to you. If you want to drop the knees first, you can. Otherwise, lower down in one long straight line. Uncurl your toes, lift your chest for low cobra. Tuck your toes, press back, downward facing dog. From that downward dog, lift your left leg high. Step your left foot forward up between your thumbs. Engage the right thigh. Move the left hip back in space as you reach the left arm up. Release your hand. Lengthen your legs, spin your toes right. Fold between your feet. Just like what we did before, walk your hands onto the floor and try to pull the floor back towards your mat. So it's that kind of like a wide leg down dog. Low lunge, turn all of your toe tips forward, step forward. Roll on up to stand, stacking your hips over your heels, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders. Big breath in through the nose, sweep both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale your left foot back, low lunge. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Plank pose, breathe in. Lower all the way to the mat, full breath out. Untuck your toes, lift your chest, low cobra. Tuck the toes, tip back, downward facing dog. Slowly walk your feet up to your hands. And then bring your hands to your hips, bend your knees. From there, rise to stand. And you can stay at the front of your mat. I'm just turning to so you could see what I'm doing. We'll just do a few rounds of this Ayurvedic movement to lubricate, warm up the joints. It's really a joint health movement. If you can do this every day, it doesn't matter what time of day, do it. So let's start with the right ankle, making some circles with the right ankle. Remember, you could have it on the floor if you prefer. I believe traditionally it's 10 circles in one direction and then 10 in the other. And then lower the right, lift the left. And I'm saying you could do this every day with or without me on a video. It doesn't, you're not going to ruin anything if you circle the wrong joints. It's just getting things circling, getting the blood flowing. Switch sides or directions. And then lower your foot, lift the right leg up again, and then like you're stirring something with the heel, going first in one direction. And then switch it up, go in the opposite. Lower the right, lift the left, making circles with the heel, like you're stirring something under you. You could also hold on to something. You could go quick, you could go slow. This is up to you. And then switch directions. Lower the left foot. Bring your feet together. Take the hands to the knees. Bend the knees deeply. Circle the knees going one direction. I just have the hands on there to put them there. I don't need them. I'm not pressing into the mat. And then switch it up. Go in the opposite direction. Come back up to stand. Separate your feet hips width. Bring the shoulders all the way up towards your ears and then roll them forward. And then switch it up, shoulder rolls back. Take your hands, make fists with your hands and just circle in one direction. I'm circling them in towards each other to start, whatever makes sense to you. And then circle in the opposite. Release your hands. Like you're drawing a circle in front of you with your nose. Head circles going one way. And then switch it up. Still the head. Bend your knees and breathe in. As you breathe out, twist right. Inhale, lengthen the legs, come back through center. Exhale, bend, twist left. Then move like that at your own pace. You might go a little quicker, you might go slower. I've done this before where we've made sharp exhales out of the nose. And it's not, I don't know if you ever did this when you were like a little kid where you made a movement like this. It's not uncontrolled flailing. I'm consciously twisting. I've also been taught this where I was told not to make that slap with the hands on the body. And then other teachers have said to do it. So I think it just comes down to whatever feels good for you. So come on back through center and then breathe and circle both arms up. Exhale through your mouth. Bring the hands to prayer. Twice more like that. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, prayer. Come to the front of your mat if you're not already there and inhale your arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, step your right foot back to a low lunge. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, child's pose. Stay in child's pose for a full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, plank. Breathe out, downward dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale it forward. Breathe in, lift your right arm up, twist right. Lower your hands, step forward, exhale into the legs. Breathe in, sweep both arms up. Breathe out, forward fold. Inhale your left foot back, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. On an in-breath, roll out plank. Exhale, child's pose. Full inhale. Full exhale. Breathe in, plank. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Breathe in, lift your left arm up, find that twist. Release your hand, step forward. Exhale into yourself. Inhale your arms up as you rise. Breathe out, forward fold. Inhale your right foot back, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, plank. Breathe out, child's pose. Full breath in child's pose. Full breath out. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reach your right leg high, breathe in. Make sure you're breathing. Exhale your right foot between your thumbs. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale your hand down, step forward and fold. Breathe in, sweep your arms up high, rise to stand. Breathe out, fold in. Inhale your left foot back, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plank pose on an in-breath. Child's pose with your out-breath. Stay for a breath in. Exhale your breath away. Breathe in, plank. Breathe out, downward dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Breathe in, lift your left arm up. Lower your hand, step forward. Exhale into yourself. Arms sweep up as you rise up. Fold into your legs. Draw your right foot back, low lunge. Press back, downward facing dog. Plank, breathe in. Child's pose, breathe out. 3 breaths here, breathe in. Exhale, 1. Breathing in through the nose. Exhale your breath. Inhaling. Exhaling. Breathe in, plank. Press back, downward facing dog. From down dog, bend your knees, look forward. Walk your feet up to your hands, but try to feel the backs of the legs with every step. And then slide the hands to your hips, rise up. Sweep the arms up, breathe in. Breathe out, fold. Step your left foot back, low lunge. Press back, downward facing dog. Plank, inhale, make sure you're breathing. Exhale, child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out, release the weight of your head. Inhale, reach your fingertips further forward. Exhale, drive the sitting bones back. Inhaling. Maybe breathe out through your mouth this time. Plank pose, take your time. Remember to engage your abdominals in plank. Don't forget about the abdominals. Downward dog. Bend your knees. 1 step at a time, walk your feet forward. Bring your hands to your hips. Rise on up to stand and then sweep your arms high. Breathe in. Breathe out, dive into your legs. From here, see the back of your space. Walk back to a wide down dog. Walk your hands back. You might turn the toes a little outward, the heels a little inward. Sink back into your squat. Sit nice and tall. You might maybe move a little bit side to side. If the heels are lifted, you could always put that blanket under the heels or your towel. And you could, you're depending on where you are in the world right now, you could go over to like your couch and have your hands on the couch. You could do this. You could have support if you need to be a little bit higher. And then take your right forearm in front of your right shin, reach the left arm up. Switch sides, prayer the palms, sit tall. Left arm in front of the left shin, reach your right arm up. Come back through center, sit tall. Lower your hands, extend your legs. Make your way into a plank. So you probably have to bring the feet a little closer. Maybe the hands and feet are a little further apart. Tip back, down dog. From your down dog, lift your right leg up. Step the right foot forward between your thumbs and then extend your legs, spin the toes left. Come on out to a halfway lift. Breathe in. Breathe out, fold deeper in. Bring your hands to your hips as you rise up. Reach both arms up. Front of your space, warrior two. Bend the right knee, look over the right shoulder. Straighten your legs, reach your arms high. Triangle pose. Reach the right arm forward. Your right hand can find the shin, ankle, ground, maybe a block. Lift the left arm. Breathe in. Engage your thighs. Breathe out. You might look up. See the right foot. Low lunge. Turn all the toe tips to face forward. Press back. Downward dog. Plank pose. Inhale. Child's pose. Exhale. Full breath in. Full breath out. Plank. Breathe in. Tip back, down dog. Lift your left leg high. Step your left foot forward. Extend the legs, turn your toes right, and then come out to that halfway lift. Bring the hands to your hips as you rise up. Sweep both arms high. Spin the left toes forward, right toes in, bend the knee. For warrior two. Straighten your legs, lift your arms. Triangle pose with straight legs. Reach over your straight left thigh. That left hand can find the shin or the ground outside of the foot. Lift your right arm. Breathe in. Shoulder blades together. Breathe out. See your left foot. Low lunge. Press back. Downward dog. Plank pose. Inhale. Child's pose. Exhale. Roll yourself up to a seat. Shift your hips to one side just so you could send your legs forward, out nice and long in front of you, and then bend the right knee. Take the right foot outside of the left thigh. Setting up for half-seated spinal twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. You might bend the left knee, but you want your sitting bones to make contact with the mat. If that doesn't happen, just re-extend the left leg. Sit tall, breathe in, press the right foot into the mat. Breathe out, turn right. You may hug the leg in as you sit taller, breathe in. Breathe out, twist right. This isn't about how deeply you can twist or how far you can turn. Try to focus on really rooting the sitting bones into the mat, the entire sole of the right foot, meaning the heel and the ball of the foot into the mat. From that space, those contact points on the floor, lengthen your spine, and then turn right. Come back through center, sit tall, stay centered, and just breathe. Extend your legs forward and switch sides. Bend the left knee. Step your left foot outside of the right thigh. Bend the right knee maybe and sit tall. You might have to take a few moments to find the sitting bones, root the foot down, then sit taller. Turn left. Breathe in. Breathe out, twist. Come back through center, sit tall. And then just extend both legs out long. Sit up tall. bend your knees, send your hips closer to your feet just so you're in the middle of your mat. Draw the soles of your feet together, sit tall for Baddha Konasana. So in Baddha Konasana, the heels are pretty close to the hips. You can stay upright or you might walk the hands forward, whatever is best for you. Lift back up. Use your hands outside of your knees to just take the legs closer together. The reason why we do that is that in the Baddha Konasana, we're opening up the inner thighs and the groins. And I usually say this in my classes to use the hands to bring the legs together, just because we've opened that up and released. And I don't want to like use those inner muscles, the groin, the inner thigh muscles, to then bring the legs back together. It's nice to just help them. All right, from here, you can either take your two blocks or you can use a blanket, and we're just setting up for a supported space to open through the chest. So if you're using the blocks, that first block will be under your head. The second block is going to just go between the shoulder blades. You may be familiar with the setup already. You might like to do it a different way. My only thing is I'll show you this first and then I'll show you the blanket. Make sure that that first block that's underneath your chest is not digging into anything in your low back. So you might have to take your little hair thing out if you have a hair tie. And that second block's right underneath the back of the head, so like right between the ears and right behind the thighs. This might look like it's okay, but it doesn't feel good for me. It feels like the bottom block is a little bit too low. And this is subtle. It's like half an inch. I just slid it up. And then you can open the arms or not. You could have them closer to you. You maybe might stretch the legs out in front of you. So this is the setup with the blocks. You might be here for a few breaths. When you are getting out of this, you'll engage the abdominals, have your feet on the mat, use the strength of your arms to lift the chest, and then press up. So stay there if you like it. If that's feeling like it's just not for you, take a blanket and or your towel and just roll it up. A roll like you're getting a fancy towel at a hotel or something like that. And then with this, you can undo the roll a little bit if it's too high, but it's just coming right on the shoulder blades. Your head is on the mat, and then you can open the arms here. If this feels like it's too much, just unroll it a little bit. And then there's a third option. Your third option is to move all of this away and just lie flat on your back if you prefer that. In whatever you're doing, you may extend the legs long. And then just start to notice what happens with your breath out. How deeply can you breathe out? We're here for about 3 more breaths. If your legs are long, step your feet to your mat. If you're on the blanket or the block, just be mindful that you're up on something. So you could either press up like I showed you with the blocks before, or you could roll to one side. Just remember you're on blocks. If you're on the blanket, I don't know, I like to roll off the blanket if I'm on the blanket to come up to a seat. And then once you arrive upright, find a comfortable seat, whatever that may mean for you. So you could sit again with the legs crossed. If you want to take that blanket and sit up on it, you could do that. That's what I'm going to do. And then we'll do a few rounds of alternate nostril breathing. So alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana Pranayama, is it's so balancing. In Ayurveda, in the classical Ayurvedic texts, it is the breath work that gets brought up constantly to calm the nervous system, to just realign the different energies that are rushing through the body. It's really good for really good for vata of any kind, and it's just nurturing also for all the doshas. So if you're congested, you can still do it. In some ancient text somewhere, I believe it said that it just needs to feel like a thread of air is moving in and out through the nostrils. You might want tissues. If using your hands is too much, you could do it without the hands. But if you're using your hands, take the right hand up, bend your pointer finger and the middle finger in towards your palm. You could do it this way. Some people like to take those two fingers and bring them right into the space between the eyebrows. And then breathe in through both nostrils. Close off your right nostril with your thumb and exhale out through your left. Inhale through the left. Close it off with your ring finger. Exhale through the right. Inhale right. Close it off with your thumb. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close it off with your ring finger. Exhale right. Breathe in right. Close it off. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close it off. Exhale right. Breathe in through the right. Close it off with your thumb. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close it off. Exhale right. Breathe in through both nostrils. Lower your hand down. Exhale through both. Take a few moments to breathe consciously in and out through both nostrils. And then a few choices. You might close off your practice right here. Just try to keep the quiet that you've acquired in your mind and that steadiness from the breath. If you're closing it off right here, you might start to lie on your back and then take a few moments in Shavasana. If you are coming down to Shavasana and want to put music on, you can totally do that. But the next few minutes are totally up to you. And I will say goodbye to you now. If you are leaving your mat and closing off your practice, have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day, morning, night, whatever, wherever it is that you're at. If you are coming down into that Shavasana, just make sure you're warm. You can put a blanket over you. You might grab some socks or another layer of clothing. And then maybe play a song just so you know when it's time to get up, or you could focus on the breath. I would say about 10 cycles of breathing.